Greetings, Lucky Legends. Welcome to the dojo. My name is Lucky. This is Lucky Lad TV. I'm your host of this video, and I have no idea what we're going to be using in this episode of Lucky Analytics Team Building. This is, of course, a live team building episode. I really just don't know what I'm going to use. I don't even know what tier we're going to be building in. I kind of want to build in OU, but I also kind of don't. I honestly just... I need inspiration. I want to look at a Pokemon and be like, ooh, yeah. I definitely want to build with that. But, like... there's nothing that I see that I feel that way about. Like, Mega Lopunny's cool, but... I don't know, I'm just not in the mood for it. I want to build in, like, just the lowest of the lowest tiers. I'm gonna, like, I'll build a frickin' PU. But, like, I know nothing about the tier or the meta. So I would just kind of, like, I'm just looking around. I don't know what to do with this tier. Got fuck Dunsparce. Flirtzel. Got... I mean, this tier has no megas. That's the thing. Which, I think separates it from all the other tiers is that this one has no mega evolutions available. Like, I wish Lickilicky got agility. I would use that thing. I would use and abuse that thing. Ninetales is kind of cool. Pidgeot! Not bad. I could go with, like, one of the special Pikachus. I don't really want to, though. I'd go with Raichu. Like, Choice Banded Raichu or something. I don't know, man. Shedinja's just dumb. Ursaring is... I do love Ursaring, but... I feel like... it's just so slow, man. It's so slow. You can never, like, get it to do anything. Well, not NFE, obviously. Those are just freaking unevolved Pokemon. Volbeat's annoying. Spinda. Oh, Spinda. Regigigas, which is broken if you can get it to work. I wish there was just, like... I wish there was just a Mon that I just wanted to use. But I honestly can't think of a single Pokemon off the top of my head that I'm just like, yeah, I definitely want to use that. I'm super excited about using it. Because I'm just going through these tiers right now, and boy, I'll tell you, there is nothing that is making me really think. Because, I don't know, man, it's just... I like Throw, but I don't want to freaking build a team around it. I like Torterra. I don't want to build a team around it. Freaking Grass-type starters are booty. Like, let's just... let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about how Grass-type starters are the absolute worst and are complete garbage no matter how you slice it. Meganium is the worst starter of all time. It is the hottest of garbage. It can do absolutely nothing in any situation because it is such hot garbage. It's just, oh my god, it is just so bad. Like, in every generation, the Grass-type starter is never the best, with the possible exception of Gen 5. That's debatable. However, I think Emboar outclasses the other two, just because Fire and Fighting is such good coverage. Like, Gen 1, Charizard definitely takes the cake, because Fire and Flying are both special. Or, I think Flying is actually physical. I can't remember, but I know Fire is special, and Charizard has really good special in that generation. What the fuck is Moltres doing here? It's booty. Whatever. Anyway. And then you have, like, Venusaur. Venusaur is bulky, but it doesn't hit very hard. It gets Swords Dance, but it's just kind of meh. And starting out with a grass type is really, really difficult. I don't know if you guys know this, but every single generation, well, every single first route that you encounter has either bug or flying type Pokemon in it, except for the first route in Unova in Gen 5. Every other generation, there are bug or flying type Pokemon just waiting there for you and your grass type starter to just demolish your grass type starter, which is why they're just like at a natural disadvantage right off the bat. Roserade's kind of cool. And then Gen 2, like I said, Meganium is the worst starter of all time. Fun fact also, Swampert has the highest base stat total of all of the starters. It's 1 point higher than any other starter. And then there are some that are like 10 or 11 points below it, but Swampert's the highest. Swampert's the highest. Like, it is 1 point higher than number 2. Fucking Mienshao. I did used to use this really cool Life Orb set with Mienshao with Regenerator, but I'm not feeling it. I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling it. Freaking Feraligator's always cool, but he's kind of slow. You need really two. You really need 2 Dragonances for him to, like, just outspeed stuff. But, like, in Gen 3, Blaziken is just better than the other 2. Like, Sceptile's okay, but his level up moveset is just trash. That's the other thing, is that level up movesets in Pokemon are important for in-game. And I'm talking about in-game. I'm not talking about competitive. If we were talking about competitive, then it could kind of be a different story in certain situations. But I'm not counting competitive, and I'm not counting hidden abilities. I'm just counting, like, basics. And, like, if freaking Chestnut is bulky, but she just has that massive flying weakness right off the bat that just freaking cripples him. Like, there's flying types everywhere. They're always around. Because birds are all over the place. And then, but, like, in Gen 5, Serperior's, like, okay. But without Contrary, it's, like, not okay. It's got base 75 attack and special attack. That's just trash. Its highest stat is its speed at 113, which is just, it's mediocre. Like, it's faster than the Lotties, but it's still just, it's not that fast. And in freaking Gen 4, you have Torterra with that enormous ice weakness. And in Gen 4, you have to deal with freaking Snowpoint City with ice types everywhere, and you just get blown back over and over again because it's bad. I like how I started, how I'm like, yo, I'm gonna build a team, and now I'm just talking about how bad grass types are. But they have 5 weaknesses. They're weak to fire, flying, ice, bug, and poison. Like, what the fuck? Why are they given such a bad hand right from the beginning? Like, they're straight up booty. Like, even if you look at it generation to generation, they're pretty much always the worst, and they're pretty much never the best. In my opinion, the grass type starters are never the best. Because in my opinion, it goes Charizard, Feraligator, Gen 3 Blaziken, Gen 4 Infernape, Gen 5 probably what's its face? Emboar, and Gen 6 Greninja by far. Greninja's way better than all the other starters because it actually has a good level up moveset. And like the other thing is, like, water type starters are really, really useful because they have Surf. Which, you know, for competitive, it's not super awesome, but like I said, in-game, Surf is one of, like, the most valuable moves that you can have unless, except for, like, I think Kalos. I don't think Kalos had that much water. But, like, every other generation I know has at least a good amount of water that I can think of right off the top of my head. So, like, surfing becomes important. And fire types, fire is a really good offensive type. It's super effective against steel, super effective against grass, bug, ice. It hits more types than the others do. And half of the fire type starters are also fighting type, which is fucking even better than fire. Because you hit 5 types. You hit steel, you hit rock, which resists fire, which is really good. You hit fucking ice. Those two kind of cancel each other out because, you know, you already hit steel and ice. But you also hit dark, which fire is just, you know, neutral against. And you also hit normal, which, again, fire is just neutral against. So firefighting is just really good offensive coverage. It's one of the reasons that, like, when you have a Pokemon like Arcanine, you run close combat on it because it's good. It has good synergy with fire, and if you add like electric or grass coverage to that or something, I don't know, but like fire is the best offensive type, and when you're playing the game not as a Nuzlocke and like literally you're just playing the game to play the game and to get through the game, fire's like most of the time the best because when you're just playing the game to play the game, you don't need bulk on your team because you can just revive shit and you can heal as much as you want and it doesn't matter if you white out. So like just having the best offensive type is like just the smartest thing overall. Most people either pick the fire type starter because they want the offense. They pick the water type starter because they want freaking surf. And then there are the other people that pick the grass type starter. And there's really never a good reason to pick them other than, of course, oh, I like them. Which obviously is a good reason when you're playing Pokemon. But, like, for me, when I first get a game, the first time I play it, obviously I play it to enjoy it and I take my time with it. And I use whichever starter is my favorite. But if I play it any other time than that, I just pick whichever starter has the best offensive presence and just go through the game as quickly as possible. Because I'm just trying to get to the end game. I'm trying to get to the post-story where you get access to the places where you can do all of the, you know, other shit that, you know, will help you improve and stuff like that. Like in Oris, like, getting to the battle resort or whatever. But it's like, I never really understood the benefit of the grass-type starter, because it pretty much just always gets outclassed. Like, in Gen 5, none of them were really that good. When you add in hidden abilities, of course, Superior is way better than both of the others. But without that, it's mediocre at best. And, like, I don't know, I've been having trouble trying to, like, pick Pokemon that I want to build around. Like, if you look at if you look at the two teams that I did most recently, they're both built off of a theme rather than, oh crap. They're both built off of a theme. They're not built off of a single Pokemon. Like, this is Sable Talon. Sable Talon is a theme. And the other one was just, you know, a bunch of... Not that was for PMC, but... And this one's just freaking... And this one breaks one of my main rules, which is one item on the team. And this one has 3 leftovers. That's just a personal thing. It's not an actual rule, but I like doing that. But, like, as you can see, this one has no... repeat item. Well, it has 2 leftovers. Just because they both need leftovers in order to function the way that I want them to. I originally had citrus on my Rotom, but it wasn't really helping. One thing that I could probably do is put, like, a berry on this, like Shuca Berry or Rindo Berry. for dealing with, other shit, but, Talonflame kind of takes care of all that. But, like I said, I feel like building with a theme is better, but I can't think of any good themes. And I don't mean, like, a gimmicky theme. I mean, because, like, the Pokémon special, that was a gimmicky theme. I would want a theme of, like, something that makes sense, like a core that I can build around. Like, when I did core strength with Empoleon and Gligar, or Empoleon and Gliscor, I can't remember which one I did. Like, that was really, really cool for me, because they have perfect type synergy. Perfect. All of Empoleon's weaknesses are covered by Gligar, and all of Gligar's weaknesses are covered by Empoleon. They have perfect type synergy. You can even throw a freaking fairy type in there, and you still have perfect type synergy. It's like an alternative to the Fairy Dragon Steel Core, which, by the way, does not have perfect synergy. Neither does a Fire Water Grass Core. Fire Water Grass is still weak to Rock, off the top of my head, and Fairy Dragon Steel is still weak to... It's not weak to Fire. It's not weak to Fighting. It's still weak to Ground. That's what it was. So, like, if you have... Like, a Rock and Ground type technically breaks both of those cores, which actually makes me kind of like, what about a Rock or a Ground type? The problem is that Rock is one of the worst offensive types in the game. And I know what you're thinking. No, it's not. Its coverage is excellent. I think it's the third best offensive type in the game in terms of actual coverage. But the moves for it are just straight up trash. Nothing has 100 accuracy except for Power Gem and Smackdown. Those are like the only ones. And Power Gem is special, and friggin' no rock types are special. Except for like just a very small handful. Does Golem get Swords Dance? I don't think it does. No, you don't get Swords Dance. So like Rhyperior. Like, let's say you run Rhyperior, and you run a double dance Rhyperior. Because, like, you want to set up, and you want to sweep, Rock Polish, Earthquake. Then you go for your Rock type stab, because you want double stab if you're doing double dance. Double dance, double stab. And, like, you would give him solid Rock, so he takes less damage. But, like, look at your frickin' Rock type coverage. R-O-C-K. You have frickin' Rock Blast, which is 90 accuracy. Rock Climb, which isn't even Rock type. Fine, we'll do it this way. You have fucking Rock Blast, Rock Slide, Rock Tomb, Rock Wrecker, Rollout, Smackdown, and Stone Edge. They all have booty accuracy. None of them have 100 accuracy, except for frickin' Smackdown, which is trash. 50 power is garbage. I mean, if this thing had Technician, yeah, go for frickin' Smackdown. It hits 75 base power. That's good. And it never misses. Frickin' Rock Tomb still misses. 95 accuracy is not 100 accuracy. There's a big frickin' difference. But, like, let's say I frickin' put Stone Edge on here. Like, Stone Edge will miss. I guarantee you it will miss. Because it's frickin' Stone Edge. It doesn't have max accuracy. And, like, this is... No, I'm not running you Adamant. That's retarded. I'm gonna go with Jolly so that you outspeed maybe one or two things. Like, you're still so frickin' slow. And I would give you, like, maybe Life Orb for some dumb reason. But then you just have frickin' trash Spadef. You die to any special hit. Maybe not because you have really good HP. But, like, your Spadef is just straight up hot garbage. 55 is just the absolute worst. Like, I feel like Rhydon may actually be better. Friggin' Rhydon has 45, but it has a frickin' Eviolite, and it's... I think it's like the same... We have a little bit less attack, a little bit less HP, but our Spadef would be so much higher because of the frickin' Eviolite. You know what? Screw it. I'm using Original the Rhydon. Original, like, Rhydon, keep it shady with the lights on? No? Straight over your guys' head? Fine, be that way. Friggin' Eviolite with... Yeah, like, this is the problem. Its abilities are just Garbo. Straight up Garbo. Because, like, I'm not running a recoil move on you. You don't have... I don't even think you get recoil moves. Like, what freaking rock coverage would you get? You would get freaking Stone Edge. Wherever the hell it is. Stone Edge, exactly. And then you would have Rock Polish. Wherever the crap that... There it is. And then you would have Swords Dance. Because freaking Double Dance with Double Stab. Earthquake. And then you would have, max speed. Because you're still freaking slow. The same speed as Rhyperior. Because Rhyperier's hot garbage. Make you male because Shady's male. And then just freaking max attack, that's what it's called. And put a useless 4 in Spadef, so you still only hit like 180 Spadef, which is crap. But like, and then you have to address a double water weakness, and then you have to address a double grass weakness, and it's just like, fine, next time on Looking Analytics team building, I'll freaking build around Rhydon.